Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I will be talking about the first 3 episodes of season 2 of Gen V. Alright, so we are officially back in the universe of The Boys with the release of the first 3 episodes of the second season of Gen V, and I have to say I did not watch The Boys season 4 when it came out. I actually only started watching the series on my vacation with friends like 5 days before Gen V season 2 release because I still needed to catch up on that. And doing that was a very good idea. So if you haven't seen these 3 episodes yet, beware, spoilers, but also go rewatch season 4 of The Boys. It's actually not that bad as everyone is saying. It's the least interesting season as of the 4 by far. If you want my thoughts on it, it's not as good as the other 3 seasons are, but I still think it's genuinely really good, and some very bonker shit is happening in that, especially the fucked up sheep on V. I mean, I lost it when Butcher said Kentucky Fried V, or Kentucky Fried Vought. That was so incredibly funny. I was genuinely laughing my ass off with that. Yes, that is season 4. It's the least interesting season of the 4, but still very good in my opinion. Definitely better on binge watch if you want to watch all the episodes at once. Perfectly doable for that. Also very important to watch that season before you go into Gen V. I did not know it was going to be that important. I thought like, okay, that released first, so I'm going to watch that first and then I'm going to go to Gen V. Had no clue that it would be so incredibly connected with each other. So wow, Jesus Christ. In the first 5 minutes of episode 1 of Gen V season 2, episode 1, wow, they really just recap on everything you needed to know, and that is a very good thing. And that's also the thing that was like, Jesus Christ, okay, I'm very glad I watched season 4 of The Boys first. So yes, it's very important to watch season 4 of The Boys before you go into Gen V, because it is a direct follow-up, and I guess it plays like a few months after the events of the end of the finale of season 4. Very good finale, by the way. So yeah, I'm totally recommending you watching The Boys season 4 very closely to Gen V season 2 at the start, because it genuinely helps with building some bridges for that. I loved doing this. And the thing I loved the most about, if you are going to talk about the episode itself, episode 1, of course Gen V had to do something for Chance, the actor that died a few years ago. He played Andre Anderson in the first season of Gen V. They did not recast him for this season. They chose to make his character die as well, which is always a scary choice. It's the same thing as they did with Chadwick Boseman and Black Panther, of course, and of course with some other characters in media. But they chose to do the same thing with this character, and I am very happy that they chose to kill off Andre as well, to honor the portrayal of Chance a lot more, and I'm very happy that they did that, and the way that they did it, and the way that they made sure that we would care about it, that they made sure that they cared about it and they honored Chance, was incredibly beautiful to see. They put a lot of mystery in it, they put a lot of heart in it, they put a lot of just very heartfelt moments in that, just for Chance alone, which was incredibly well done. And it wasn't overly emotional, like they want you to cry. No, they just want you to know what happened. They just want you to know how, or that they are going to solve it, but it's very much in the style of The Boys in Gen V. So yes, some dark shit is happening with that, and they chose to make it so incredibly real, and I loved what they did with that. It was genuinely amazing and genuinely really heartfelt, and I can only applaud the series for that. So great job on The Boys on Amazon and on Gen V, of course. With that being said, the series started off on a pretty strong note, I have to say. I do feel like the first episode was the least interesting of the 3, because I wasn't really following what they were doing with Marie, but that got better from the moment that season, or that episode 2 started. Like in that episode, I started to love everything. I was incredibly invested. Some things feel random at first, but I do feel like this one has a pretty good interconnected story throughout. There's not a lot of side stories going on. It's just them trying to find out what Odessa is and them trying to make sure that they stay on the school and that they are safe on the school and that they will break the school down. I loved that. It's very easy to follow. It's a very good story to follow. I think that I enjoy the story of these three episodes more already than I did season 1, and I loved season 1. I binge watched season 1 because I also held back on watching that season. So I'm very happy that I got to watch these 3 episodes, and now I have to wait a week every week, or I have to wait a week for every episode. So I hope that they will keep this up because I loved these 3 episodes already. With that being said, I also genuinely thought that the world building that they did for the series and the world building that they did for the universe of The Boys is incredible as well. As you can see, the human woman that works in a cafeteria in God U is incredibly well made, and I loved what they did with it. It was so incredibly nice to see how they fixed this and how they managed to make sure that you can see the world changing from the end of the season 4 of The Boys to what we have now with, if I have to say so, a Nazi regime going into place in Godolkin was really good. I'm really interested to see, and I'm very curious to see where that might go. So even though I love what they are doing with the Odessa story and Marie being Odessa, it's interesting, very much interested in seeing where that might go, because what they did showed us in the flashback in the first episode looked like it was the start of Compound V, but that wouldn't time right with the birth of Marie. So I'm interested in seeing where that story that we haven't seen yet might go and what they're gonna do with it. But the world building may be my favorite thing about this, and everything with one of the boys when Starlight showed up, or a little glimpse of a second of Kimiko screaming, or maybe we're gonna even see another part of the boys. I mean, Butcher is also Butcher is also free still. I mean, he's not locked up. And yeah, Starlight, we saw her. I still think Starlight isn't the most interesting character, but I do like that she showed up in here. I was like, oh, nice, that's nice. And of course we had the Deep in some kind of cult, which also was very much in character for the Deep, let's just say that. So yes, I am very interested in seeing where this series might go. I was very hyped for what I saw, and I will be very hyped for what I will get in the future. And yes, I will be following this series along for the next 5 or 6 weeks, and I hope you will be there with me on this journey. How did you like these 3 episodes? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on it. I want to thank you for watching, and I would like to see you in the next video. Thank you, and bye bye.